Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Maryland and Hogan and Trump and the interstate and the Democratic Party because the Democratic Party has decided to enter the conversation between Trump and Hogan. A real quick recap for those who have not been following this particular piece of Republican drama. Hogan will be running for Senate as a Republican. Hogan is a Reagan style Republican. He is right wing, but he's not Trump. He's not a Trump supporter, and he's made that pretty clear on numerous occasions. He has, in fact, said that he doesn't want Trump to win. He has said that people should respect the verdict, a whole bunch of things. Trump, for his part, he kind of extended a hand. He said, I hope he wins, talking about Hogan. And afterward, that wasn't really clear that it was an endorsement, and he went on to clarify, yeah, so I guess I'm endorsing him. Now, with the new developments, it does seem incredibly apparent that Johnson and McConnell got a hold of Trump and did tell him, you have got to stop going after the moderates. There has been another development because Hogan has been, let's just say, apathetic towards the endorsement. Trump said, but I think having Larry Hogan as opposed to a Democrat would be a good thing. And we'll see where it goes. And let's see what he says. I have not heard from him. And he goes on to say, I thought maybe we should try and get along, but we'll see what Larry has to say. I have not spoken to him at all. He goes on, if he has a good chance of winning, that's very important. And then he even gives Hogan an out to try to encourage him to take his hand and make a public stand and come on to Team Trump. He says, I heard it was somebody from his staff, and it wasn't him that did that or said the negative thing. You know, I've heard from somebody in his staff, maybe that staff person. You know, somebody in my staff said something very bad about Larry. So he's giving him an out to say, oh, I didn't say those mean things about the former president, even though in some cases it literally came out of his mouth. Trump's trying to give him the out because now Trump is probably embarrassed because my guess is that he expected Hogan to at least be like, thanks for the endorsement, buddy, something along that line. That has not occurred. So Trump is probably not going to be able to hold his tongue much longer. And Hogan, he really can't come out and show any kind of support for Trump because it's Maryland. That won't fly there. He won't be able to win. So it is setting up a situation where Trump is going to feel some kind of slight. And as we have seen with Bob Good, that's something that might prompt Trump to do things that aren't necessarily well thought out. And you could say that you really wouldn't need to worry about that. Hogan doesn't need to worry about that because the Democratic Party doesn't play hardball. Apparently, there's a different Democratic Party in Maryland because they have already started the process. They're getting billboards on I-895 and I-95 near the, I think, McHenry Toll Plaza. And the entire billboard is Trump endorsed Hogan. And they are definitely going to play that up. A statement from the Democratic Party says, the Democratic Party is committed to making sure every Marylander knows Donald Trump endorsed Larry Hogan because he wants a Senate majority that's beholden to Trump. We know what is at stake in this election, and we cannot let Trump and his endorsed candidates take over Washington to push their extreme agenda, including a national abortion ban. I mean, at this point, it does seem pretty apparent that the reason for this move is to get a Republican majority in the Senate. That's why Trump's behaving the way he is. My suspicion is that advice came from McConnell and Johnson, and they were basically like, hey, let him say whatever he needs to get elected. Once we get him up here on the Hill, he'll fall in line. So the Democratic Party, even though this is probably going to seem dirty to some people, they're probably not wrong about the motivation. So this is definitely one to watch, and it is it's a situation that, as it develops, it may cause yet another fracture within the Republican Party. This is one of those you will see this material again type of things. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.